caught me sneaking out the back. Daddy chased me down the street. Good thing I've been running track. I forgot the rest of the lyrics.
Do you want me to look it up?
Gonna meet up with my homies. Party like we're VIP. Welcome back to the Vampy Wampy Campy Podcast.
Gaslight gay people.
Where we vamp.
And gonorrhea.
I don't think we could say gonorrhea on the pod. Who cares?
So,
Gonorrhea gone.
Gonorrhea gone. Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. Today we're talking about Season 1, Episode 4, Blue Moon. This is
Moon. Sorry, I have fun dip.
New Moon.
New Moon.
My favorite
Dusk,
Twilight movie.
New Moon.
Dusk 5.
Is this a Twilight reference?
Is it?
Blue
Maybe.
Moon to New Moon, maybe?
Maybe.
I
don't know.
I would appreciate that.
'Cause
Was
Erica-
New Moon as a movie even out at this point? This is 2011? 2010?
I'll look it up.
Yeah, because I don't remember when the last... Oh my god, sorry.
Because I know Erica mentions Dusk, so...
Well, yeah, because we
Maybe?
know... Well, yeah.
Twilight Saga New Moon 2009.
Okay, so yeah, for sure. It could definitely be a Twilight reference.
Blue Moon.
Possibly.
Okay, so a plot synopsis of this episode is that...
Furries.
Furries. There's a werewolf in town. And he's...
And he's from Degrassi.
Yeah, he's from Degrassi.
A 30-year-old man is in high school.
I like to think that my headcanon for this is that he is like a 30-year-old man, but he's pretending to be a high schooler just so he can find the cure.
Yes.
Which, by the way, okay, so like any initial thoughts before I get into my piece?
There is a lot of potential innuendo.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot of
sure.
implications
Yeah.
that I did not realize before.
Mm-hmm.
Who
I
wrote this?
I was uncomfy.
So the actor they got to play the werewolf is from Degrassi. I'm pretty sure he's Craig Manning. That's the name of the character in Degrassi. I actually could be wrong.
Imagine
I
being
haven't
named
looked it up.
Craig. Sorry to any Craigs
This
that might be listening.
Yeah, sorry to the Craigs, but really? But
It's like naming your kid Egg.
so how does what's his name? Dave Stokowski?
David
Stokowski.
Yeah, David Stokowski.
I think it's Stokowski.
Stokowski? Yeah. David Stokowski is a werewolf, and he knows that Ethan is a seer, or like he assumes. Like,
He says something
The
like,
vibe checks. Wait a second. Do you know like how it's like a thing with like dogs and paranormal stuff that they can kind of
Oh,
sense
yeah.
like paranormal energy?
So you
because
think-
he says like, I knew you had the gift.
Yeah. It's like the reason why he became friends with Ethan and Benny in the opening scene. Which, by the way, that's a pretty fun opening. Like them
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
being like arm wrestled.
The headlock.
Headlock. That's the
Arm
term.
wrestle.
Arm wrestled.
David just destroys them both.
Just with both hands. He befriends them because he knows that they're like they know that they're like crime like supernatural being fighters.
He can sense their like supernaturalness.
Yeah, but like this is my question right here. Okay, is the whole fact that supernatural characters exist in this world, is this a secret or not? Because Sarah is like clearly especially in this episode, but throughout the entire like of season 1, she's like kind of embarrassed to be a vampire, or she's trying to keep it a secret, versus like literally everyone else, like Rory and Erica, who are just like, whatever, I just have my fangs out.
Yeah, it just seems like everyone's just oblivious.
Yeah, like they just don't realize that it's going on, even though they're being obvious with it.
Yeah.
But like, that's a question really to ask. It's like, does the town of Whitechapel know that it's like a supernatural hub, which is kind of like, that is like kind of the case for it. Why?
You know, it might be like certain towns that are known for like cryptids, or like Salem, Massachusetts.
Yeah, so they know it's like, ooh, it's like.
So it's like there's like lore to the city.
Yeah, and there's like a little gift shop in the city or
Yeah.
something, but they
And
don't think
there's,
it's
like,
actually real.
And then there's like a statue with like really defined legs.
Yeah.
Or
Some
like,
defined legs.
or like in I want to say it's West Virginia, the Mothman statue.
Yeah.
That's what I was referring
Oh,
to. A
okay.
statue with really
Yeah, defined.
Pronounced legs.
And
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hand representation.
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of this earlier, but when Steff asked, do they know, I simply shrugged, but forgot this was an audio recording. So I was like,
you were just like, that wasn't really a response.
yeah.
Because I feel like it's just like something that's not really brought up, because the school gets canceled many times.
Many
Yeah.
times.
Also, you guys have seen the zombie episode, which is later.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
there's a full-on zombie outbreak at the school.
Mhm.
So they have to know something's off.
Yeah, and like the news doesn't report it as like zombie attacks. Like it's not casual. It's like
Yeah. It's like this is an annual thing.
yeah, like I just have a lot of questions about stuff like that because it's not
Yeah.
addressed, but also it's not like obvious that it's a secret. Because we can talk about Sarah, because I really want to talk about Sarah in this
Let's
episode.
talk about Sarah.
Yeah.
I love Sarah's like kind of arc in season 1.
Yeah.
I have to sometimes remember that we're really only on episode 4 out of 13 episodes.
Yeah.
And they actually, outside of all the comedy and monster of the week, like, procedural stuff, there actually is like an overarching like plot
Yeah.
going on throughout
with
the
each
series.
character. Like,
Yeah, each character has their own kind of like plot that they're like trying to go through. And Sarah's is like basically having to come to terms with her being a vampire.
Her identity crisis.
Her identity, yeah. This is the first time we really see that she like doesn't want to be a vampire, doesn't want to be a fleshling. We saw that a lot, that angst and that emo-ness in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But in this episode, like specifically, she's like trying to do stuff to feel normal. That's what she says to Erica. She's like,
She just wants to be normal.
yeah, she just wants to be a normal human.
She wants to be like other girls.
Yeah, so she tries out, like, she's trying to do these extracurricular activities, but she can't really do them because of her, like, vampire powers or whatever.
She's
kinda
super strong.
Yeah.
And that's on internalized homophobia.
See, I was talking about this earlier, how it's like vampires are kind of like
A metaphor for like the queer experience.
Yeah, and that's why so many that's why
so many vampires are.
Yeah, and why like the My Babysitter's vampire fandom itself is 99.9% not hetero
Yeah.
at all.
No, it's cis.
Because it's easy to relate and connect, and I feel like anyone can, but especially for like queer
Yeah.
audiences. And so I think that whole arc with Sarah, even though she doesn't get as much screen time as when we were talking about that, like she doesn't get a lot of screen time, and
Yeah.
she's the babysitter who's a vampire.
Exactly. Like I noticed, like even like in the DVD you have, like in the main menu screen,
Yeah.
she's center.
Yeah, they use Vanessa Morgan as like advertising a lot, and like use
Yeah.
her as like but it's not about her really. The show's not actually about her as you would think it is. It's kind of like a Jennifer's Body situation, but like kind of the opposite.
Yeah.
The reverse, where they were like advertising the movie to like boys by being like, look at this. You remember this actress from the Transformers movie? She's hot, isn't she? Like that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But it was actually like a very very much like a feminine gaze kind of movie, not a male gaze movie like the Transformers movie at all.
Yeah.
So it was like advertised.
Male gaze is cars.
Basically, female gaze is a succubus.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hot woman murderer.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that almost a little bit, where it's like a little bit of
Yeah.
false advertising.
Yeah.
But I think I do appreciate what they are willing to
Yeah.
do and able to do in season 1 with her character.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was like an issue like discussed in the Discord.
Yeah, that's why I
about
mentioned it.
how they were using a black woman as basically marketing for something that wasn't about
Yeah,
her.
it's about the two.
It's about the two white boys.
Yeah, the
The
two
two
white
pasty
boys,
boys.
the pasty boys that she's friends with. I like Erica in this episode.
Yeah.
So I've talked about this in previous podcast episodes before, and I say it a lot. But my least favorite thing that they do with Erica's character is when they make her, like, her only purpose in the episode is to either want to date the villain or to beat her up, because it's usually if it's a girl. It's like, I want to, I'm jealous of her. And if it's a guy, it's like, I want to date him. But in this episode, I think it's fine, and it works.
Yeah.
Because
Because
it's
he's like,
yeah.
whoa.
Yeah.
It's like, stop.
And it's
please.
because he's a werewolf and she's a vampire, and so she's like basically being able to live out her like fantasies, her favorite book in real life.
Yeah.
She's trying to reenact Dusk's 5.
Just a skater boy and a Tumblr girl.
Yeah. Can I
Trying to
make
take-
it more
trying to take-
obvious?
Trying to take over the world, but they're stuck in Illinois.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta get out of this town. But that's like, I really like that because you get to see more of her like fandom girl side.
Yeah.
Because I
She's
feel like
a dork.
yeah, she's a big dork. I feel a lot of people
Yeah.
forget that, you know, just because she didn't put her hair in the ponytail or the glasses anymore, right?
Yeah.
It's like she kind of like, I feel like she didn't want to be that person anymore. We see that in the cheerleader episode, in episode 2,
Yeah.
where she was like trying to be like a cool, popular girl
Yeah.
who's like, you know, oh, I'm hot now and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
But she still has her little quirks and obsessions.
Yeah, she still has
Yeah.
her fandom habits, and it's quite obvious when she's like, she's like, not a book, the book.
And she like the
Pulls it
shirt.
out.
Yeah, the t-shirt that she has. Oh, I'm excited to talk about that in Fit Review.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk about Ethan turning into a werewolf.
Oh yeah, that
Why was he
What?
so feral?
Werewolf Ethan!
Oh, no,
Werewolf
speaking of
Ethan.
werewolf, I loved sassy Ethan.
Oh,
Sassy
yeah.
Ethan with Sarah. Good food.
Good food.
Good food. We were being fed tonight
Yeah.
with some sassy Ethan.
Yeah.
So it's like implied that it's always well known that werewolves and vampires are like mortal enemies.
Mortal
he
enemies.
literally says they're arch enemies, and then like after he gets scratched or whatever by David,
Yeah.
he's just like, he just has this tude towards Sarah, and
It's
I'm
just
like,
like this nasty dude.
his nasty tude. And so I like the bit where Sarah's like, Benny, you're taking me to find this symbol, and she
Yeah.
looks over her shoulder at Ethan, and she's like, we're not done here.
And he like growls at her.
Yeah.
I like that a lot because it actually is
That's
nice
like-
to see Ethan
Yeah.
be like kind of sassy and like
Yeah.
not nice towards Sarah.
I want more sassy Ethan.
Yeah.
Sassy Ethan supremacy.
I feel like that's like a very underrated part of his character. He is
Mhm.
pretty sassy. He has some good sassy lines.
His
in
sass
there.
is mostly towards Benny, and it's like Steph said, like it's nice to see it towards someone else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because normally he's just simping after
Yeah.
Sarah. Like that's
Yeah.
like his mode whenever they're in a scene together.
He's
He's
just
like, "I love
simping.
you," and she's like, "See you next time, friend." But like,
Emphasis
Yeah.
on friend.
yeah, but it's nice to see them actually like squabbling. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I need more sass fights between them.
Yeah. Oh, and since we were talking about, you mentioned Benny and Sarah, we get a Benny and Sarah scene.
Yeah.
The- Benny's room with all the papers
Yeah,
everywhere.
I love people. I remember people were talking about that. They were like, "We've never seen Benny's room. I want to see Benny's room." And I was like, "Actually, we did."
Actually.
And I got a screenshot. That's the closest we've seen to Benny's room is when he
Yeah.
gets out of his chair in the video call,
Yeah.
and there's like a split second where you can see like the inside of his room. It's a mess. It's
Me
the
too.
Same.
He has like the entirety of his wall, like on one side of his wall, is just books. It's like a shelf. It is a shelf of books.
With the sheer amount of notebooks and sketchbooks I have.
Yeah, just like stacks of them. And then he literally just has like loose pieces of paper on the floor, like piles of them. Like that's a lot of paper.
Same
He's
jeans.
writing out his role plays.
That's his fan fiction that's on the floor. He's like collecting it.
He has to write it out first before he types it onto fanfic.net.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he has to handwrite it with a pen and quill over an open flame
Yeah.
before he publishes it.
At night with
But-
open flame.
I've said previously that one of my favorite dynamics that doesn't get explored a lot because the common dynamic between like the core 5, because we can't forget
Yeah.
about Rory,
Mhm.
but the show forgets about Rory. So it is more because Sarah and Erica are friends,
Yes.
and Benny and Ethan are friends. So they're always the two that get paired off together, and they're kind of their friend dynamics are foils to one another,
Yeah.
right? Which is really great. That's a great
Parent
little
and kid on the leash.
yeah,
Yes.
basically. But it's nice when they like swap. And we get like some Benny and Sarah scenes and some Ethan and Erica scenes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I said that earlier, like I love the scenes with Ethan and Erica. It's really fun because they very rarely like interact.
Yeah.
Because it's like they're only mutual friends through the other two because like
Yeah.
Ethan and Sarah are kind of friends because Sarah's Ethan's
Oh,
babysitter.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then, Rory just, creating a party.
Yeah, Rory has a C plot. There's technically an A, B, and C plot. The A plot is the werewolf part. The B plot is Sarah's kind of struggles with being a fledgling. And the C plot is Rory.
Rory wanting to be included and throwing a party at Ethan's house without Ethan knowing.
I think this is like the definition of Rory's character. They're like discussing like the plot, like the A plot, and then he's like, "Hey guys!"
Yeah.
And they're like,
he's like, "Who's a party animal?"
Yes. Yeah, like he literally is like kind of inserting himself. You
As
can tell
should.
he's very much like the Cat Valentine of the group.
Oh yeah, for
where
sure.
it's like he shows up and he says some dumb stuff and everyone's like,
I feel like they would be such good friends.
Yeah.
Rory and Cat would be like best friends.
Absolutely.
They would be BFFs because they're basically they're kind of like the same character, you know.
They have same vibes.
Same thing with Gibby from iCarly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with Gibby. Yeah, we should get Gibby in there as well.
That's what I was
Carlos from Big Time.
And Carlos from
Oh
Big
my
Time
gosh.
Rush. We're just creating a little perfect blunt rotation.
Crossover episode.
I really appreciate them at least trying to put Rory in. Like I said, they had to create his own little plot.
Yeah.
My biggest like the part that makes me so sad about these like kind of comic relief like lame nerdy characters is that it always feels like they show up and they're like really weird and kind of like, but they're like, they own it. Like they're not like trying to like pretend that they're not someone that they're not.
Yeah.
Like they're just authentically their weird selves. But then as soon as they leave, everyone else in the group is just like, yeah, they're really weird, aren't they? And like start kind of like talking crap about them, and you're like, aw, man, like just appreciate them for who they are.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how life is.
Yeah, but like that's how I feel about those characters,
Yeah.
especially Rory. They literally have shown scenes where Rory leaves and they're like, ugh, Rory.
Ugh.
In the movie, literally Rory calls them. They're like, should we even pick up? Like, dude.
Me when Logan calls.
Yeah. Ugh, should I even bother picking up? But
That's Antonio with the rest of us.
yeah. Is there any other insights you want to say?
I like that Rory had a scene where he just brought random people to Ethan's house. Oh,
The
in
party.
in the same like scene, kind of, it's Rory and then Erica, and she's like, "Where's my manimal?" And like her and Jane have like a little.
Oh
little
yeah,
bit.
when Erica shows up to like the party, the accidental party that got thrown.
Jane's just like, I'm 8.
Yeah. She's like,
like,
you're
"You're
weird.
weird."
And she was like, you're short.
And she's like, "I'm
I'm
8."
8. Yeah, good stuff.
And then she points. He's over there.
Yeah,
And then,
we love Jane.
we
We
love
stand
Jane.
Jane in this
Yeah,
household.
back on like Rory appreciation, the fact that he was even like able to get people to come to this party.
Yeah, like
he
I'm
made
like
up.
he's like a big old nerd. I would assume that it's like since he told Erica about it, which
Yeah.
you can see how the accidental party even happened because he was like, so you going because clearly he was like, we're gonna throw a party at Ethan's, but that just meant he was gonna go over
Yeah.
and like kind of insert himself because David was gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just gonna be like every other day where Sarah goes to babysit and Ethan and Benny are over.
Yeah.
They're
Rory
all-
just shows up.
Yeah. But then when he told Erica, she was like, wait, they're throwing a party? And he's like, yeah, they're throwing a party.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh. And then it like spirals into an actual party.
Yeah.
We get we don't get any Rory vampire moments in this episode.
Well,
But
kinda
I was
do.
gonna say that, yeah.
Oh.
There's a technicality when he's,
Technically, I guess him being kind of strong.
yeah, like how's possible is it to swing from a chandelier that casually?
I was gonna say ask Sia.
Because it's pretty, yeah.
I mean, he was kind of like holding himself up, so I'd imagine
Yeah.
a bit difficult than just like hanging.
You have to have some strength. Yeah,
Yeah.
because he was like
He was
holding
fully
himself up.
holding.
He wasn't just like hanging. He wasn't just like holding on. He was like kind of like yeah.
He was in like the pull-up pose.
Yeah. So, but we get again, like I said, we get a lot of like Sarah is really strong, even though she's not even a full vampire yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like in that scene, like I feel like they were
Like
trying
with
to
the
prove.
soccer tryouts.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the scene where she like hits the vending machine and all the snacks come out. I feel like that was like them telling them, "Hey, vampires have super strength." So then it makes sense when she's the joke, the punchline of her doing soccer tryouts and like harming
Hurting.
everybody there.
Yeah.
Like that's how like the punchline kind of sets up. In
Yeah.
case you like didn't know, but she's not even a full vampire, so
Mhm.
it's like you would think that maybe she'd be a little bit more weak.
You
than,
know what?
like,
I wish we had Erica strong moments.
Yeah,
I
where's
never-
Erica Strongman? She's never like.
I want to see Erica.
There's a few moments in season 2 where she like punches.
Still
Where she
season
like
one.
punches.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Why is why is Sarah the strong one?
You could be hot and strong.
I mean, I do like the idea that she's kind of like the what's the word, she's like the fighter. She's like on the front lines. That's basically her character. Like, and I can get that, you know. But like we never see that for the other vampires in the group.
Yeah.
I want to see more. See more of that. Did you want to talk about some bad jokes?
Manimal.
First of all, yeah, I don't like the term manimal.
I don't like all the hairy jokes.
Yeah, they're making fun of him being hairy.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like I get he's like a werewolf, so he's like hairy.
Yeah.
But like he's not even a full wolf.
And then there's like all the dogisms.
Yeah, like the joke of the whole werewolf thing is that they're basically just dogs. Like they don't even have like werewolf qualities. They just have dog qualities.
They're just dog people.
Yeah,
they're furries.
Literally, David is actually a dog though. He's not even a werewolf.
Literally, he is Scott from Monster Prom.
He is Scott from Monster Prom. I really enjoy that.
As a local Scott stan, I'm gonna have to politely disagree.
He's not as goofy. He's not as lighthearted.
Yeah, because David literally mentions wanting to rip people apart.
Yeah, I was like, that's the only like werewolf quality is that like he eats people. That's kind of the idea of werewolves, is that they also like consume humans.
I like when Ethan was changing into a werewolf and he's like, I just chased a car.
Yeah. I like how he was like, I just chased a car like 15 blocks, and Benny's like, you're not a werewolf. Come on. And it's like, dude.
The collar.
Oh yeah, we're talking about
David has a collar, and I don't necessarily know if that's just because he's a dog person.
That's what it's supposed to be, but clearly
you got Ethan pulling on the collar.
Yeah, and then just like the shot of Ethan tied up
on his bed
while
and then
Benny stands over him.
Yeah,
we're awful people.
This episode was uncomfortable for me.
We're just like
and he was standing over Ethan, tied to the bed with the door open.
Yeah, like there's a whole party going on, and they're just like doing their weird BDSM thing casually, and I'm like, dude, put a sock on the knob at least, like the knob, the door knob, door knob.
You were right the first time.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
Fine.
I didn't have to clarify.
Yeah,
you're right.
Bestie dork stage magic.
If we're talking about bad jokes, though. The one where Ethan, like, goes into the other room, and he's like, because he has an itch. I'm pretty sure that, because he was like, because he was like itch, he was like he was like scratching, and he was like, 1 minute, and so clearly the joke is like, haha, he scratched in a no-no area, but like, but the sound that he makes and the statement that he says,
he ascended.
I don't like the way that I am associating it with it.
Another bad joke that's not werewolf-ish is when Sarah goes into the other room after hearing Benny scream at the party, and Rory gets out the chandelier, and he's like, is that the VIP room?
Yeah, we love Rory, because he just wants to be seen as cool and included. He just wants to be included.
I loved how David turned into a dog. Like
a dog. An actual dog. And yet Ethan's like an actual horrible werewolf.
What?
Yeah, like so
the spectrum of werewolf. Puppy. Monster.
Party City Halloween costume monster.
Walmart furry.
Did you notice that shot? They had the CGI shot of like the werewolf eye, and you can see like Benny's face in the eye. Yeah, that's a good shot, guys.
Props to whoever got put in that werewolf suit and was just like
having
all over the floor.
Like worm around while Vanessa Morgan had to like pretend to wrestle him.
Another thing about David turning into like a literal dog at the end. Why did he have a bowl with his name on it?
Yeah, he had like a little bowl and like...
Did he turn into that too?
The bowl was like a part of him. That's pretty funny.
Because like at the party, he had like the chains around him already.
Yeah, so that's why the chains were on the floor.
He was preparing.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, he could still do a dog like that, like, because it's a pretty big dog.
Big dog.
That big dog could still like, eat humans. It still seems
kill a man.
Yeah, kill a man.
End a man's life.
Yeah, he could definitely. So like, I don't know why they weren't taking him seriously, just because he was adorable.
Yeah.
He was pretty cute. That was a really cute dog.
I know. I get.
That was such a good boy.
I think we all literally went like, "Aww."
Yeah, we're like, "Aww."
So what I wanted to talk about was the potion. We haven't mentioned the potion at all. So
Oh,
the
yeah.
reason why, the little vial
The
of like
little
glowy
whiskey
glue.
shot.
Yeah, the little glowy glue liquid.
Yeah, while we were watching the episode, Sarah had pulled it out of the chest that was in the ground, and I was like, why can't they both do it? And I had asked Steff, and she was like, because I think there's only one enough for one, and I was like, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I assume if you would split it would like lessen the effect. It's like
I'm
when
assuming it wouldn't work.
Yeah, it's like when you take a medicine, you have to take the full
dose.
thing.
Yeah.
If not, it's gonna do nothing.
Yeah,
and also one thing.
Still dumb.
Well, talk to biology.
No.
The reason why I
Sorry
actually
to
kind
any
of
biology majors who are listening right now.
You're sitting next to a biomed student.
And you're just like, well, it's magic, so like, who cares?
Yeah, literally. It's magical.
But
anyway,
spoiler alert: there's no more cures. This is the only time we ever see a cure ever mentioned. Okay.
Yeah.
Which I really enjoy.
And Sarah gives it to Ethan.
Yeah, Sarah cures Ethan, thinking that it was David about to like literally eat
I like how
everybody.
they just didn't notice the dog laying in the basement.
Yeah, like it was just a dog sitting in the corner and they didn't even
with
notice
the bowl named David.
Exactly. Oh, that's really funny.
But
So multiple things. So the spell. I really hate it when shows introduce a cure and they're like, "There's only one," and then like they run out of ideas.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
And so then they have another cure. Like, actually, there's another one. Or like Vampire Diaries, for example. Vampire Diaries had a really cool plot line with the cure, where there was only one cure, and everyone was like, "Let's give it to the main character girl because she's a vampire currently." I don't know if that's spoilers. And she doesn't like being a vampire. Well, they just assume that she doesn't like being a vampire because like she's like the only one she's like a fresh vampire.
Yeah.
And so like let's give it to her. But she has a doppelganger who loves being a vampire, who's existed for multiple like centuries, and they get in a fight, a scuzzle, a brawl, if you will, and she ends up giving the potion to the doppelganger, so she becomes human, and so like that was a pretty cool like way to tie it up, where it's like, the cure is like the only person in the group who doesn't want the cure, ends up having to
it's like
taking
wasting the cure on.
Yeah, because like all the other vampires are like, I mean, we should give it to our friend, but like I want the cure because I hate being a vampire also. Because these shows feel the need to tell you that being a vampire is bad because we're not vampires, and so if they just made it seem cool, I guess they would assume the audiences would feel bad about themselves. Like, how come I'm not a vampire?
I want to be a vampire.
Dang it looks so cool on TV. Like, so like they have to kind of make it seem like it's not cool.
I want to be Lestat.
Yeah, I want to be Lestat. But
I want to be Rory from My Babysitter's a Vampire.
I do want to be
I
Rory.
want to be Brad Pitt from Interview with a Vampire. He's
doesn't?
so pretty.
No, literally.
That is a beautiful man.
Exactly.
I mean, who doesn't?
Who
Anyways.
doesn't want to be a beautiful man?
I'm gonna say
No, literally.
So,
So.
the reason because in later seasons of the Vampire Diaries, they're like, actually, there's more cures, and then at some point they're just like, actually, witch magic, even though they're like, witches cannot cure vampirism, like, it's impossible because they have witches in the show.
Yeah.
And you can't just go around curing your vampire characters, because then they're not going to be hot and sexy if they're not vampires. Duh.
Which is whack.
Yeah.
You're always hot and sexy, no matter what.
just go to Party City and buy those fake teeth.
And just put a leather jacket on and you're fine.
Yeah. And wear sunglasses outside.
Exactly.
You'll be good.
And indoors.
Have an umbrella, maybe?
Yeah, have an umbrella, maybe. Yeah.
What I'm saying is put together a Marceline cosplay.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's all you need to do. But
find your Princess Bubblegum to your Marceline, and that's it.
I do like the implication that this is the only cure that really exists for any sort of like supernatural curse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I do like I like the balance that this episode has. It's a balance of like them problem solving, doing some like supernatural hunting, and also like some goofs and gags and a little bit of action, even if the action's a little bit.
Gaffs and sass.
Yeah, goofs, gaffs, and sass.
Gaffs.
Goofs, gaffs, sass. Problem solving, like supernatural, like, you know, and then
magic spells
and then like some action. Because I feel like each episode has had a little bit of each, right? Like how I mentioned, like, oh, the first episode feels very character. The second one feels like joke, and yeah. Well, I feel like this episode is a good like combination. It's a good balance of them.
They just like, you three, get in here.
Yeah.
Like,
the three different writers, get in here. I do really enjoy.
They locked them in the basement till they produced an episode.
Yeah, and they came up with this, and they were really tired, so they're like watching episodes of Degrassi, and we're like, him,
The hairy one.
the guy,
The one who was a
Greg.
wolf.
Greg, get over here, get him on the phone right now.
Yeah. Sorry, for the last few minutes that they've been talking, I was looking at the Mabav Discord, and, someone sent a picture in the chat using the exact same Benny pic from the episode we just watched.
What?
And I think
Really?
that's really cool.
Oh my gosh, it is!
Under the science book and the spell
Yeah,
book.
I love
shout
that
out,
prop.
Shout out to Erica Jones Kinney Derogatory in the Mabav Discord.
Yeah, I really like the prop of him having like a school textbook with his
When
like,
you're
spellbook
trying to
inside.
read manga in class.
So you hide it. It's really funny.
Yeah.
I really like that little touch. Also, since we're speaking of Benny and his magic,
Yeah.
it wasn't so
How do you
the
read a still backwards?
yeah
No,
like-
literally, because when they were in the video call and Ethan was like, "You read it backwards again, didn't you?" Because he was like literally in the middle of changing,
yeah.
like
I'm
into
pretty-
a werewolf.
I'm pretty sure that's the explanation for how Ethan turned into a werewolf.
Yeah.
Because they said for a werewolf to transform someone, they have to bite someone as a werewolf.
Yeah.
So like an actual a werewolf in wolf form has to bite you
Yeah.
for you to turn into a werewolf, which checks out in Teen Wolf logic. If anyone was wondering, if anyone was curious. So it's implied that the spell that accidentally hit Ethan,
Yeah.
which by the way, that was a fun little visual gag. Like he had to like pretend to get hit by something and fall.
like,
Like that was
"Ugh."
pretty cool. It looked pretty real. Then they had a guy in a green morph suit push him. Just. I know they didn't, but I would love that.
That would be
Yeah.
funny.
But like you had to like pretend to get hit and fall, and so that was a pretty fun gag. So, I mean, I could see how maybe Benny would read the spell backwards, because like, aren't some languages you read right to left instead of
Oh,
left
yeah,
to
yeah,
right?
True.
So, cause since it's not in English, it's all
But
in a
it-
different language. He can
was-
maybe like
Was
just
it,
be
but
reading
wasn't
it.
it like closest to like Latin or something?
Yeah, that's true. So I don't know how he said it backwards like at all. Maybe he like has a sticky note where he wrote it, and then like he like flipped it upside down or something. Like he wrote it in a sticky note and then he went. I don't know. That makes no
I don't-
sense,
yeah,
but it
I
could
don't
be. But
I mean,
again,
I
this
don't know.
is another episode where they're like, Benny is magic, has magic, but like we want the cure to be the way that the
yeah.
that Ethan gets cured.
So he causes a problem.
Yeah, so it's like I like the idea of Benny trying to reveal someone as a werewolf and then accidentally turning Ethan. Like that's a good setup.
That's funny.
But then, like, yeah, that's really funny. But then, like, the conclusion, they were like, okay, so Ethan ends up taking the cure instead of Sarah. Sarah, like, sacrifices the cure for Ethan, even though she thought it was David, right? Like, that's a cool
Yeah.
ending. That's a cool conclusion.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mhm.
But then they were like, wait, don't you think Benny would have at least tried to cure Ethan at least once?
Yeah.
So they have that scene of him, like, saying the spell, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Also. It just, like, didn't do anything,
He's
I
like,
guess.
"What about the hair? It'll fall out."
Yeah, so it's like it didn't work, which makes sense. There's a few episodes like that in season 1 where he's like, I have a spell that'll fix this, and then he does the spell and it just does nothing, or if anything,
Yeah.
it makes it worse. Like in the Vampire Ghost Car episode.
Vampire ghost car.
We're gonna get to it,
Which
but
episode is that again?
that's in season 2. It's like
Oh.
it's like in the middle of season 2, so we're like not even like halfway there to that
Yeah.
episode. We have a long way to go.
It's fine.
There's 13 episodes in each season, by the way. I finally looked it up.
Oh.
So how
okay.
many episodes is that? That's
26?
That's 26 episodes. That's not a lot.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
very little.
Yeah.
We
Well,
need
no,
more.
Like I said,
episodes for
a
our
good
podcast,
anime.
Yeah. Yeah. We need more Bav content.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need more show.
So
More
if you-
show.
If you have any fanfics that you'd like us to read on the podcast, let us know.
Send us your AO3 links, please. I
please.
beg you.
Please.
Please. I
Send
need
us-
to get back into fanfiction.
Send us all your art on Twitter, Instagram,
Tumblr.
Tumblr.
I need to make a Tumblr, I guess.
Send us your fan art on
I-
TikTok.
Send us your fan art on TikTok.
I didn't
I don't
make-
have a TikTok. So.
I have a TikTok. Don't worry,
I
send it to
didn't
me.
make a Tumblr when I was 12, so I guess I must do it now that I'm 19.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like-
literally same. I just revealed to Steff that I have a Tumblr like a few hours ago.
Yeah, I thought I was the only one here who had a Tumblr account. I was like,
I think I made it. Let me check my archives. Hold
When
on.
did you make a Tumblr?
Give me a second.
it's very funny.
Give me a second. It was last year,
Oh.
So-
Oh.
but it wasn't too early.
I've
until
had my
last year.
account since I turned 13. Like, as soon as I
Yeah.
was old enough to create it on my own, I just created one. And I had one before that. Illegally. I put a different age.
That was me with my DeviantArt. I put a different age.
But this
Same
one, I
series.
got a whole new social. I like refreshed my social media presence and like deleted all my old accounts. I hope I
Yeah.
deleted them at least. Oh god.
There is that one. No, I'm kidding.
There's that one. So I've been a part of the Mabav Tumblr
Just-
fandom this entire time, and I'm very proud of that.
Yeah. I like how we're all slowly sliding on
Yeah,
the bed.
we're slowly getting.
We're
like,
in my
more
room, by the way.
Yeah.
So like we're different, and we're in a different environment.
different environment, different vibe.
Yeah.
It's only like 9,
Um,
and I'm very tired.
It's almost 10 actually.
Really?
Yeah.
It's 9:40.
Wow. I have slept a total of 2 hours in the past 30 to 40 hours. So, I'm feeling a little bit. Just for full transparency.
I was on the road for like 3.5 hours
Yeah.
today.
So
Then
we're,
had to speed run assignments, and now I'm here.
So we're pretty deflated in this episode.
Yeah.
Apologies for the deflation. I hope the delirium
I have too
aids
many
itself.
legs. So my first reblogged post, because I don't want to go through my legs, was from like September 30th. So that's
That's
how long
very
I've-
recent.
That's how
Yeah.
long I've had a Tumblr.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very
I feel like
recent.
most people who are on Tumblr just like joined back when it was like really popular, like
Back
at a
in like 2015.
yeah, or even like a pre-Dashcon era,
Yeah,
you
like
know.
2011.
Like most people had a Tumblr, like made their Tumblr account then, and then they just like haven't left.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate your new account.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Because like here's the thing, I understand like all the Tumblr jokes and everything, despite not having one.
Yeah, they all get reposted, screenshotted and reposted on like Twitter and like Instagram. So
Yeah.
hashtag text posts
Yeah.
is a very popular hashtag on basically every social media. Do you want to get into fit review?
Oh
Fit
yeah, let me pull up.
review.
Fit
Fit
review.
review.
Ugh.
Whoa.
How long have we been recording? I forgot.
Like almost 40 minutes.
It's felt longer than that.
Time's moving very weirdly.
Okay.
Yo, I'm not
so,
high, but I
Feel high right now. Yeah, it's just, we're getting a little bit loopy over here.
So first fit review
First photo
is of Ethan and Benny.
after the love tap.
Not the love.
Oh, not the love
After
tap.
the love tap.
Forgot to mention that in the bad joke section.
God,
Oh, yeah.
he's dressing like a 5-year-old Ethan.
Yeah, we have another graphic tee. There's the
Yeah.
number 40.
45.
Oh, it says 1945 on it, which I don't even know what that means.
World War II veteran over here.
And
Benny's back with his striped shirt.
Benny's striped
It's a
shirt,
good
how do we feel?
gray.
It's a gray
I mean-
with like lighter gray stripes, and then inside of those like blocky stripes, there are smaller black and white stripes.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's
I mean,
fine. It's not
fine.
peak Benny. I feel like the peak.
peak Benny is colorful polos.
Yeah, I feel
Mhm.
like the closest we've gotten to peak Benny striped shirt was the one in episode 2 with the blue and the yellow.
Yeah.
That was a very good striped shirt.
I liked that shirt.
And there's some good ones to come. There's some good striped shirts to look forward to. So,
Yeah.
well, we know. But this one's just aight.
Aight.
It's just aight.
It's aight.
It's aight. Okay, this is the next outfit.
Whoa.
I wanted to point out Sarah's outfit.
Sorry, I just had a physical reaction to Sarah's outfit.
So she's wearing just like just because I don't have a I didn't get a screenshot of her pants,
Yeah.
but she's just wearing like normal like
Yeah.
black or not black. They're like
The-
dark blue
The
denim.
dark green like girl cut shirt like with the sleeves.
Oh yeah, it's a green. I always thought it was like a gray. It's a green.
It's a green.
It's a
and then
forest
a-
green T-shirt.
And then like the
The
very
pink tank
light
top.
pink tank top
like a-
with holes in it.
It's a bubblegum pink tank top with like distressed like holes in it.
Distressed. I'm distressed.
Yeah, I'm distressed looking at this. I don't know why or how.
She's like
Maybe if
she's
the
almost got like a scene haircut, but without the commitment.
Yeah. It's like a very far part. But it's not full tease like
Yeah.
scene queen moment.
Maybe if the bottom shirt was like a black or something.
Yeah.
Maybe
Or even a gray.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
gray, that would look okay, but green?
She's
Oh, and
got
she's
the
wearing-
pink nails.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and the pink nails. We see a close up of the pink nails with the when they're doing the spell finding thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her shoes, I'm pretty sure, it could be wrong, but they're like these booties. Is that what they're called? They're like boots, but they're like cut off at the ankle,
Yeah.
and they have a little bit of
Yeah.
a heel, and they're gray and they have studs. That was like a
Why
very
do I know, like, why do I have, like, such a clear picture
Yeah,
of what those
yeah.
would look like?
that's a very 2010s shoe, like the studs, and then
Yes.
like the heel boot, but like cut off at the ankle.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
studded booties.
Yeah, those are very 2010s. Oh, and then even though this
kind
is
of derpy screenshot this is.
yeah, I have a hard time getting through. Okay, I found out that screenshotting from Netflix and taking a screenshot from the actual DVD are two very different experiences. It is almost impossible to get a good screenshot on Netflix. Like the pausing is every single time I pause, their faces are just in the worst like
Yeah,
position.
they're just like,
Yeah, they're like mid sentence, and I'm just like, ugh, this looks awful. But on the DVD, they're always really crisp. So but like sometimes I just have a hard time getting the DVD.
yeah.
But anyways, this is the next scene, but yet I guess it's on a different day because I want to talk about Ethan's shirt. Oh, we see it later, so we'll talk about it later. Let's talk about
He's pretty basic. It's just the Letterman jacket and then
Yeah.
like the sports shirt.
Yeah, David is basically wearing the exact same outfit the entire episode, even though it takes
Yeah.
place over almost a week, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Because a few days go by from the opening scene of them becoming friends and then them talking about David like trying to be friends with them, and then on that day they're like Friday's a full moon, and then like all of a sudden it's Friday, so it's like almost like an entire week.
Yeah.
And he's wearing the exact same shirt, which is like a Whitechapel High like sports like baseball cut
And
shirt.
dog stereotype. Dogs are stinky.
Oh yeah, he's like, oh, he's smelly.
Smelly boy.
And then we have the Letterman, which I like the red
Yeah.
Letterman. I like that they're
I like the style of Letterman jackets.
Yeah. I like the school colors, which are like red, white, and black, or I guess like red and black and white, right? I do, and then the devils, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so as you can see on the shirt, there's a little like pitchfork. That's pretty cool, right? That's like some cool, yeah, like costume design, I guess.
Costume design.
Yeah, if you could call it that. I mean, they made the shirt, so
Yeah.
Graphic design is my passion.
yeah, because like they totally could have just forgotten that like they're the school mascot with the devils and just like not do any sort of. But
Yeah, they went in. Costume department went in.
Exactly. First, we'll talk about Ethan. So we have
Striped.
Ethan's wearing a striped shirt,
A red striped shirt.
a red and
Benny rubbed off on him.
yeah, it's like either pink or like a gray, like a grayish pink
Yeah.
striped shirt.
Mm-hmm. They're tiny stripes.
Very tiny stripes, so they're not that pronounced. But he has a striped shirt.
Yeah.
So I think it's better than the awful graphic tees.
Yeah.
I prefer this color on him too. He never wears like
red.
not cool toned shirts.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it. Now this Benny
His
shirt.
clothes
No,
were,
that-
You know what else I noticed? His clothes were in his baggie this episode.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
weren't as baggy. They were so baggy in the like Coach Ed episode.
Yeah.
I feel like they're slowly giving him a more tailored look.
Dan Howell potato sack.
yeah, he was a full on in a Kanye West potato sack shirt.
Yeah.
Like it was intense.
I swear my grandpa has this exact polo.
This exact Benny beige striped shirt. I hate
hate
this. This is awful. I fucking hate this. I'm sorry. This is disgusting. Look, there's barely any
Awful.
stripe. They're white stripes with like a darker gray, a darker brown like
Colors.
color on the inside.
Yeah, it's
And
not,
it's just-
It's so bad.
Benny wearing brown makes me want to die.
Same.
That's all I gotta say. I didn't take a photo of Rory's outfit because it's not
all
important.
my homies hate Benny wearing brown.
Exactly. I didn't take a photo.
Don't like this.
I didn't take a photo of the bottom, but she has a neon red pencil skirt
Yeah.
and tights.
Her thin
Okay.
belt is back.
And then
I
she has
don't-
another
the hip
thin belt.
jewelry.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't really like this thin belt as much as the other one.
Because it actually is a belt. It's not actually. It doesn't even. This isn't hip jewelry like the other ones,
Yeah.
where it was just like a band. This is
Yeah.
an
It's
actual belt
because you
that
just
she's
see the
like
giant
cinched. Yeah, and she's like cinched it actually at the, not even at the
Like
at the waist, not
it's like
the.
at the hips.
Yeah, it's at the hips. It's not at the waist, and so it's just like it makes the rest of the shirt hang kind of awkwardly on
Yeah.
her, and then the
it's like-
sleeves.
They're
They're
the
like-
sequined, like
What's the name of that sleeve? They're like a bell sleeve, but it's like upside down. It starts short and it gets long under the arm, and there's studs on them because it's the 2010s and you have to have
and then,
studs.
like, her necklace is almost like reminiscent of a rosary, actually.
Oh yeah, it kind of is. You know, I'm actually I kind of like that little bit.
Yeah.
But this is only the best is yet to come when it comes to the Erica statement necklaces.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't wait.
this is just the beginning.
Yeah, like here's the thing. I feel like that belt could like work if she had more like of those like hoops or something. Like throughout the outfit
yeah.
to
If
make
was
it more dramatic.
more of like a hoop,
hoop.
motif
Yeah.
throughout the outfit instead of just like here's this ginormous, there's just thin belt with this giant like hoop buckle on it.
Yeah.
And then like that's it, and it's like brown. It's not even matching the rest of her. Is it brown? No, it's
like
black. Okay, it's black. So it matches kind of like the gray and
she's
the
monochromatic.
yeah,
Except for the red.
Yeah, like this shirt and like this belt and necklace thing does not match the neon red skirt
Yeah.
that she's wearing.
Mhm.
I know that red's her thing and she always wears red, but like if you're gonna go for like a gray shirt moment, get the red out of here. Make her wear a red lip or something. Like put her as a
Yeah.
red lipstick, you know?
Or like if you're gonna go red, do it like a very desaturated and dark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have it be like a burgundy kind of like a
Yeah.
maroon kind of look
But,
to
like,
match with
use
the
it-
gray.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a mess.
It's
the
fashion
other
disaster.
The other Erica shirt I wanted to talk about, however, let me scroll to it. The shirt that she wears later on, the Dusk I Heart Werewolves shirt, I Heart Werewolf shirt,
Yes.
is amazing. She's wearing, it's a black shirt, and then she's wearing like a leather jacket over it.
Iconic.
I love it. I love
A
this.
look.
This is like peak fandom shirt.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say this is peak.
She definitely like took a picture in the mirror and like posted it on her Tumblr.
Yeah, because she's worn the fandom shirts before. In the movie, she had the
Yeah.
I Love Boys Who Sparkle shirt.
Yeah.
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 And so I feel like she like dug this out of her closet. Like this was deep in her closet. She put all of the
She's like, it's time.
yeah, she put all the pre-vampire clothing like away. But she actually wore pretty baggy clothing, and she was even wearing red in the movie before her glasses were red.
Yeah.
So like she's always kind of been like a red girl. It kind of shows that like the person that she is now, she kind of always was, but she just feels confident enough now as a
She
vampire
embraces it.
to embrace her kind of like she was just like
Yeah.
really shy and awkward and like kind of in her whole fandom like era
Yeah.
in a little fandom area.
era.
But I do love this shirt. Now the other outfit is another Sarah outfit. So
I don't like, what is that, like a vest? I'm guessing that's a vest.
yeah, she's wearing another purple shirt, which we like, and
Yeah.
there's the what is that called at the neckline? There's like this is it like pinning, like
Let me-
ruching?
Oh.
It's like puckered. I said this exact same thing
Yeah.
last time when we were talking about the
There is a term for it, but I can't think of
yeah,
it.
but it's like kind of
My time of watching Bernadette Banner has failed me.
yeah. So it's supposed to like it's a nice like girl
Yeah.
cut purple shirt, but then she has this gray
Like almost a white vest.
Vest.
What is that?
and there's like
Sleeve?
these like shoulder pad.
It almost look like either snakeskin or like sequin.
I think it's more studs.
Like
They're like
studded?
flat studs. Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
sequins. Yeah, you're right. And they're like shoulder pad.
But they almost look
sequins.
like a snakeskin.
Yeah, they kind of have a pattern to them, like a random sort of like scattered pattern.
Yeah.
This vest looks a lot like Erica's shirt, her previous shirt,
Yeah.
with like the studs and then the gray.
Matching.
But I just don't like the vests.
It's not-
Why does she wear vests?
Yeah.
I understand-
I guess vests are her thing too.
Yeah, but like
But why?
so
Yeah.
you know how like the that whole Twilight core or like Elena core thing was going big on TikTok? Do you guys know about that? How like the way that they used to dress in the shows Vampire Diaries and in Twilight kind of got like a rise in popularity on TikTok.
Yeah.
The idea of like the Kmart
Kmart chic.
the Kmart like colored shirt with like the cami top under.
Yeah.
You remember like that look, and then like the bootcut jeans.
Yeah, because
And
I
the
used
leather
to dress
jacket.
like that.
Yeah, like everyone used to dress like that in the late 2000s, early 2010s.
Yeah.
But they call it like Elena core because it's like, oh, you're in a small town and you're dating a vampire and you're just like a normal
They're
girl
trying to
next door.
romanticize it when it's literally how we all dressed
Yeah.
like 12 years ago.
Like you would go to exactly. You would go to like Kmart and you would find those like just like those basic plain like maroon colored t-shirts.
Yeah.
And then because they're girl cut, the neckline would always be really low.
Like
So,
that, and the
yeah.
sleeves are like here.
So you'd always wear like a lace cami tank top underneath it, and it would peek through, and it would cover everything up. And then they would make shirts that had like a little square patch of fabric in the front to like mimic the cami look. Just awful.
Sometimes they'd like put a little strip at the sleeve.
Yeah, to be like, oh, look, there's an undershirt, but there really wasn't. I feel like they could have just done that for her.
Yeah.
But they were like, well, because the whole idea of the cami was that like also like a t-shirt and jeans is just boring, right?
Yeah.
So add a little bit of like
add some layering.
Yeah, add some like layers and some lace to it to make it cute. But like they didn't do that for Sarah. They were like, Sarah likes vests.
Bootcut jeans are the bane of my existence.
Yeah, I hate. That's just because
go the full thing. Do full bell bottoms. Please.
Yeah, just do bell bottoms. Don't do like the weird boot cut.
Where it's like.
Yeah, and then I mean, I'm still a skinny jean fan.
Yeah,
I know it's like very millennial to love skinny jeans.
I still like skinny jeans.
I'm a skinny jeans person.
I don't straight cut. Even.
Yeah, I don't like the boot cut resurgence, the low rise boot cut resurgence.
Yeah, no, I don't understand the low rise. Like, why?
I understand it's like a 2000s thing, and like the 2000s are back, but like. Once the 2014...
Please bury bootcut jeans.
Yeah, I don't want them anymore.
Put them away forever.
Once the 2014 grunge aesthetic becomes popular again, then I can finally embrace my black skinny jeans that I've had since middle school. I can bring them back out and live the
Just
full...
like Erica with her I Heart Werewolf.
Exactly. Okay, and then the last one, we have one last Benny striped shirt to talk about. Now, I don't know if you can see, but he's wearing 2 striped shirts in this one.
King.
Because it's winter, he has a blue striped shirt under, and then he has like a long sleeve zip up
like a Nordstrom jacket.
Yeah, oh, it's very Nordstrom jacket. And so they're both striped, which is great.
Iconic. I
actually really love these kinds of like, what are they called? Like jackets?
Yeah.
Where they're not full zip up hoodie. Yeah. And the zip starts like
I personally don't care them. I personally don't care that much for them because I don't really like pullover jackets.
Yeah.
I prefer zip up.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to wear a pullover...
I'm the opposite. I prefer pullover than zip up.
I prefer to control how high up my jacket goes.
The reason why I like them is because I don't like the collar. I don't like collars in general. Yeah. That's why I don't like polos at all. I just think... I'm not a big fan of collars.
Yeah.
So what I like to do with these, because they zip up all the way... is that you can just like cover half your face. It becomes like a turtleneck. You know what I mean? And so that's what Benny has, and it's like a very dark navy blue.
Kaisen character. For those you know.
Exactly.
You don't know.
It's like a navy blue, and there's green and lighter blue and gray stripes.
I mean, honestly, the double stripes is the look.
Yeah, I'm liking the double stripes. The shirt underneath is a much like more vibrant blue, and there's like some gray and white stripes. I'm not a big fan of the thin stripes like we'd said before.
Yeah,
but I like
these stripes.
Yeah, but I like this. I like this.
Those are yellow stripes.
What?
Are they yellow?
To me,
they don't look yellow.
They're like
they're
white.
Green.
What?
What?
Wait, are you talking about the jacket or the inside shirt?
The jacket.
Oh, I'm looking at the inside.
Oh, that could be yellow.
Yeah.
Those like stripes. Yeah.
Like yellow.
They could be yellow. You're
like
right.
A cream.
Yeah.
No.
I should have taken it.
On the jacket they're gray, but in the shirt on the underneath that's yellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like this look. I like the double stripes.
Yeah.
I like the jacket, but Benny is one of those people to wear a jacket because maybe Grandma Weir told him to. Like, put a jacket on when you go outside.
Catch a cold.
But he always rolls up the sleeves. He's a roll up the sleeves kind of guy.
That's kind of how I am in like the summer because I don't like not wearing a jacket.
Yeah, it completes. You know what? I was making fun of Sarah with her vests, but maybe she's like, I feel incomplete without like another layer.
But yeah, like even if I have like long sleeves, I'll just like.
Yeah, I'm like, oh well, I'm gonna wear a short sleeve and then I'm gonna wear my jacket over it and then I'm gonna roll up the sleeves.
Yeah.
That's like that is what Benny does. And
Benny core.
Yeah, that is Benny core right there.
Silent.
He literally wore a long sleeve shirt under his polo and then rolled up the sleeves.
Me too.
In the Smells Like Trouble episode.
Yeah.
And I was like, why did you even put the long sleeve on under then? If you're gonna roll up the sleeves. But that's just the way it is.
It's just pretty normal.
Because I can't imagine Benny with long sleeves.
Yeah.
Like the long sleeves.
The forearms out.
Yeah. Because he does wear long sleeves and they look good. Like, but where he has them down.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I can't imagine him with the long sleeve under the shirt layer. Like, that's not his vibe.
Yeah.
That's not his look.
He's not a sweater paw.
Yeah, he's not a sweater paws kind of guy.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. Anyways, that's the end of Fit Review.
I'm so tired.
I've been yawning for like the past
loopy.
10 minutes.
We're getting a little swingy over here. We're getting a little woo. We've been like 10 pounds of fruit by the foot.
I know.
And things are getting a little crazy.
And
all
like
of
10
those
gallons
pretzels.
of Kool-Aid.
all that Kool-Aid, those Kool-Aid jammers and the pretzels. Ugh.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, this episode was just funny.
It's
but,
funny-
like,
a
some
funny
of-
episode.
Some of the quips made me uncomfy.
This funny is very episode.
It's very funny.
This funny is very episode. I do really like the implication of Ethan possibly becoming a werewolf.
Oh, yeah.
Like for the rest of the show.
I've seen a lot of. I think it was mentioned one time in the Discord where, like, in the reflection of the werewolf's eye, it was just Benny.
Yeah.
So, like, that's a lot of, like, Ethan content.
Oh
So,
yeah, like there's
honestly,
definitely
good content.
there has to be a bunch of
Good.
werewolf Ethan fanfic out there.
Yeah.
There has to be a
Yes.
lot.
If you have any, send it on
Send it
over.
away, because I like the idea of Ethan like becoming turned. You know, that's why I think
A
the finale.
werewolf seer.
Oh, that'd be so great. Like,
Yeah.
because that's why I like the finale so much. But I won't talk about it now. I won't spoil anything in case anyone who like hasn't seen the show is watching this, which is probably impossible. But just in case,
Just in case.
I would
yes.
love that if like someone was like, you know what, now's the time I'm going to watch this episode. Now that these
Yeah.
podcast episodes are coming out,
A
I'm
random
gonna watch
man-
this show.
A random man named Craig.
Yeah, Craig was like, dude, this is on my watch list for like ever. I'm gonna watch it as they release episodes. This is perfect. So shout out to that
Shout
Craig.
out to Craig.
I like the implication of Ethan becoming
A
werewolf.
Werewolf.
I do like that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But of course, it's a one episode thing.
Yeah.
It's over with.
Every episode is a one shot.
Yeah, they're all one shots. Even though they have character dynamics that evolve over time, the villains, there's no really overarching villain in season 1 at all.
Mm-mm.
Is there one in season 2
Besides-
though?
They're just
Jesse.
having fun.
We might find out.
As if we haven't heard the entire plot synopsis.
Yeah, it's
I know.
true. Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to have some sort of mystery.
I love you, Steff.
I'm trying to have mystery over here. Jeez.
Oh.
What if Craig is listening? Craig, cover your ears. There's a spoiler. gotta say, hey Craig.
Hey, Craig.
Skip to this time code. We're saying a spoiler. Craig, cover your ears. A spoiler.
Okay.
Craig, get out of here.
Craig, get out of here.
Is that all of our things?
I think that's all we have to say.
Right.
Do we not have any more thoughts?
Is it review time?
I think it's time for final
Alright.
thoughts and ratings.
Okay.
You want to go first?
I guess so.
Go ahead.
I thought it was funny. I like the whole thing where Eddie turns Ethan into a werewolf.
That's a very
on
Ethan thing to
accident.
happen.
I like it, and it was a fun episode. I bonus like half a point for the dog at the end.
Oh yeah, the cute dog.
So
Yeah.
I gave it like 3.5 wolf collars out of 5.
3.5 wolf collars out of 5.
Yes.
Nice.
Perfect. Savannah, you can go next.
I like this episode a lot too. It was funny, I agree. The bad jokes, man. They were something.
There's some
Yeah.
innuendos that I don't think even the writers realized.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tying
The-
down on the
The
bed.
magic spot bit, gross.
That I don't like that joke at all.
Yeah.
That's like
That was
I'm
you.
offended.
But yeah, I like this episode, so I'm gonna give this one 3 doggy bowls with the name of the David written on them out of 5.
Perfect.
3
Nice.
David bowls.
Smooth.
3 David bowls out of 5. There we go.
3 David balls out of 5. For me, I really this was an episode again. When I feel like I've been saying this a lot. Like, this is an episode I would skip because I'm one of those people. Because people have those comfort shows where they watch an episode like basically every day of their life.
Me with Shira.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who have shows like that, and this is that show for me. I just casually put it on while I do other things,
Yeah.
And I do sift through like the series every once in a while. Okay, thank you guys. Wow, bullying. I see how it is.
Yep.
We get more of Benny being supportive yet ridiculing Ethan at the same time.
I love that.
Yeah, we get a lot of that in this episode. But this was one that I would never, because I'm like, oh, the werewolf episode, I would just be like, I would always just like skip to the blood drive episode or like the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
But I rewatched it like very recently. I like sat back and I kind of watched it and I was like, yo, this episode's actually
I
really
know.
good. What made me realize it is I watched this show with my dad. Me and him binged it together. And this was probably his favorite episode, like, of the series.
Oh yeah, there was that one thing you said.
Yeah, and
that
the very beginning joke where Benny describes, like, his deodorant as, like, a joke where he was like, what, the part where I could taste his deodorant, and then he, like, yeah, that's a pretty fun, you know, that's a fun joke. My dad lost it. He was like, that's the funniest joke.
has ever been joked.
Yeah. So I feel like, and then I love seeing some Sarah development. We actually get some Sarah. We actually get to talk about her. I feel like we haven't talked about Sarah, like, at all in this series, because there's just, like, not much with her. So I'm really glad we got to talk about Sarah. So if I were to rate this episode, I probably would have, in the past, rated it a 2.5 out of 5, but now I will rate it a 3.5 blue magic reversal cure potions out of 5.
Blue backyard potions.
Yeah, blue backyard potions
Nice.
out of 5.
Band name, call it.
Blue backyard potions.
Write that down.
Write it down. Hurry. But that's it for the
Squishy.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Thank you for listening to the Vampy Wampy Campy.
Unpitch your tents.
Pinch your
Put out your fires and unpitch your tents.
Or
Take down-
Smokey the werewolf bear will come for you.
or he'll just be a cute dog with a
Yeah.
doggy bowl.
He's gonna tie
With
you
his
to your
name
bed.
Oh, and make you pee on your limited edition.
Galactico sheets.
Yeah. Make sure to follow us. You know.
He's gonna hit the magic spot.
No. You. Not the magic
Make sure
spot.
to give us a subscribe, leave a lampy.
Yeah, leave a lampy, subscribe, and give us some quampies.
So we can
Rate
ampy.
5 stars.
Yeah, rate 5 stars. Make sure to go check us out on O2L.
make us rich and famous on YouTube.
Famous.
Okay.
Why are we
Campy.
I'm Vampy.
And I'm Wampy.
And we're sorry.
We're
Sorry.
sorry. I'm gonna try to push my Tumblr more,
Yeah.
so you can do some ask
We
submissions.
didn't introduce ourselves.
Oh God.
Oh no! Dang it!
Dang it.
We forgot. Oh.
We'll do that in a bit.
No, we'll do it now.
Oh,
Fuck it, we'll
God.
do it live.
Okay.
We're doing it live.
My name's Wampy, aka Shay, aka Shy, aka Mars, aka your mom.
Oh, I didn't know you conceived.
Oh no, I didn't know you pushed all of us out of your birth canal.
Mommy, sorry.
Sorry, literally.
No.
Um,
Anyways, I'm also geriatric self-diagnosed in the Discord. Yeah.
My name is Steff or Paris Hilton Gaming on Tumblr, and I feel like I'm gonna die.
I'm Campy, aka Quartz, aka Sav, aka Manlight Derogatory on Discord, aka RB Quartz on Tumblr.
Anyways,
Make
Vampy
Campy.
and
Wampy.
wish
And
you all
a
a
good
good.
gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss, gonorrhea.
Debbie's
We
keeping
so-
me out the bag.
We
Chase
so
Fly. What are we so fly? Oh, we so fly.
Make sure
Anyway.
to follow us on all our socials.
Bye. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go die now. Sound. Ew. Dude, we're not doing.
Gib.
Ew.
I was just.
Why did you do that? Wait, I'll do it again.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good cold close.
Cold close.